countries are also participating in the coalition fighting ISIL. And I think that we have to understand that the interoperability, the fact that we have been working, training together within the alliance, both among allies but also with partners, is a great asset for the present coalition. So it makes that fight more efficient because they have trained and worked together in a NATO context as allies and as partners of the alliance. So all NATO allies, all 28 allies, are participating in the international coalition fighting ISIL. In addition to that, NATO does a lot when it comes to helping countries in the wider region to defend themselves, to fight terrorism. And that's actually the main reason why we are in Afghanistan. We have to remember that the reason why NATO went into Afghanistan and why we have been there for so many years with our biggest military operation ever has always been that this is a way to fight terrorism, to prevent that Afghanistan again becomes a safe haven for international terrorism. We have stepped up, increased our support for Jordan. Defense capacity building, train, assist and advise Jordan to increase their capacity to stabilize their own country and to fight terrorism. And Jordan is really a frontline state in the fight against ISIL. We are now working with the government of Iraq on how we can help, assist Iraq in building their defense capacity, train, assist them. And as I also said, we are also helping other countries in the region in different ways, for instance, Tunisia. So the whole idea is that we partly participate as allies in the coalition fighting ISIL, but we are also projecting stability without always deploying large number of forces, combat forces, because we believe that it's extremely important to build capacity among the countries in the region themselves to increase their capacity to defend themselves and to fight terrorism.
Last question goes to Al Arabiya.
From Al Arabiya News Channel. Mr. Secretary General, what is the NATO position regarding the buffer zone that Turkey is announcing and it is apparently going to implement inside the Syrian territory?
NATO is not part of these efforts. This is something which is discussed on a bilateral basis between Turkey and the United States. I welcome the increased efforts by Turkey to fight ISIL. Turkey already contributes. Turkey is hosting some of the training facilities for training moderate forces in Syria. And Turkey is, of course, the country most affected, the NATO allied country most affected by the high number of refugees. And I commend Turkey for the way it has received and also helped hundreds of thousands of refugees coming into Turkey. But on this specific issue, NATO is not part of that. It's a bilateral question between Turkey and the United States.
This is all we have time for. Thank you very much.
Thank you.